So, what's your mental capacity? Are you a glass half empty or a glass half full type of person? Depending on the situation, you may be this way or that way. You talk about your kids is half full. Talk about the job or favorite football team may be half empty. And I gotta agree. I have to make the decision myself sometime. But tell you one thing: if I smell it and I look at it, look a little cloudy, and it smell like piss, I ain't drinking that. Not gonna do. Roll Tide, roll, Alabama fans. How are you doing? And welcome to Around the Herd. Welcome to Tide Sports. This is the Alabama Football Megacast and the People's Crimson Tide Network. Thank you for thumbing over and checking me out on whichever virtual sports you have chosen, virtual site or source you have chosen today. Come on in and sit a spell with your boy. Tell a friend, lock me in, share the channel. You know, let's talk about the Crimson Tide's desires, destinies, and disasters. Share a pound with a brother and drop that thing right on that subscribe button. That's what I need you to do. Yeah. And as you settle in, be sure to, just add a little pressure. Add a little pressure to that like button and poke that thing right in the eye. Man, let's get going in here today. But I can't forget this. This is very important because as you're sharing, I want you to share it so we can just skyrocket this show to where it needs to be because there's a bunch of foolishness going on. We should be talking to thousands and thousands and thousands of members of the Crimson Tide Nation. But if I successfully stimulate the happy juice in your gray matter and make your funny bone jiggle, come on, hit the like button. Foolishness going on. AJ McCarron, Ryan Williams, they in it. They going back and forth a little bit on Twitter. AJ just called him out. He said he ran too high for a slot receiver. They say had that man gloved up all night. He was standing on the sideline. When he say gloved up, that means he was wearing them DBs from Florida State like a glove, and he need to get better. He said he saw it. It was evident. He didn't, he needs to get better. And then Ryan Williams, he responded with 8 characters, 2 words: stay, S-T-A-Y, D-E-R-E. I gotta talk to my kids. He was saying like stay there, meaning like stay there, meaning he could have been saying stay on that side of the opinion. It's not opinion, it probably was a fact. I trust AJ. He got 3 rings. He knows college football pretty good. Very familiar with Coach Saban. He said stay there. So I don't know if he was talking about stay there as in stay there on that side of the opinion about me. Don't come pat me on the back later. I don't know. He probably want to be more expressive, young man, if you're gonna run a successful channel like over here at Tide Sports. You may want to let people know what you're actually saying all the time. Now, right off the bat, the money for the Crimson Tide is officially pissed off. Now, when I say pissed off, billionaires and millionaires don't come out there cussing. But after this tremendous beating from the Florida State Seminoles, 87 rushing yards, just to remind you, 8 penalties for about another 100 almost. We dropped really low in the top 25 polls. So low, man, been a long time since I looked up the patootie of that many teams. But the money is upset. The influential boosters and the power brokers are reportedly generally concerned. That means they pissed off. Because if I got $1 billion, I don't have too many concerns I can't take care of. But when I'm genuinely concerned and I'm a millionaire, a multi-millionaire, enough to be given to school, I probably don't call to cut somebody out. But they put it in here, generally concerned about the team's performance under the board. Not a millionaire, not yet. Keep sharing. I'm concerned. One long time donor admitted we're spoiled. Yeah. I mean, when I first joined this thing, when I was a little boy, Bev Bryant was still coaching. Yeah, I've been spoiled a long time. Then I had to grow up. I had to grow up a long time. But he said we're spoiled, but when we looked uninspired and lose to a less talented team, that's a debatable part, it becomes a problem. Now, I don't know if FSU is less talented. At this point, I'm hoping FSU goes 12-0, and that helps us. So we get to 10-2, we go to the playoffs. Yeah, right. Media analysts warns that calls for the boys' job could escalate if things don't improve. Like, duh, you ain't got to work for the media to know that. I think they're getting the shock of their lifetime at the University of Alabama. These fans don't play. The boy responded with calm confidence. Oh, he's always calm And I don't know if he's confident because I've been analyzing the way he spoke at the podium. Now, he's not a great, orator, but he said what he felt and he got it out. Now that dude, porky pig and all over the place. I believe we lost. I mean, he's stammering, he's stumbling over, but that he is hot. It's hot. But he said we've got a good football team. We need a great one, by the way. He said we've got a good football team that can do some big things still this year. I just wonder, is he including like community service, grades? Because you got to ask this man specific questions because he been told you something and he don't even remember what he said. You got to ask him. So, he ain't too good with them context clues when people stand in front of them and the majority of the people, their cheeks are like beet red and the other people, they sweating and they talking to you and they looking at you like this. Or go strong, they looking at you like this because they about to deck you with the strong hand. I'm right hand. If they left hand, they come like this. They asking you questions about this team, and you giving them fluff. So, old Coach Homer DeBoer, he ain't doing too good. That's right. He is the new Homer Simpson of Tuscaloosa. We taking his name too, till we see better. I don't care about no ULM. I don't care nothing about ULM. You better not look. I can't even. You better win, but boy, I don't know what to expect from this goofy. This is goofy. He emphasized, though, staying focused on football and expressed appreciation for being allowed to do so without distraction. Who told him he was going to coach football in the SEC without distraction? The Mississippi State coach is under constant pressure. If you think you're going to be able to coach football at the University of Alabama or in the SEC, hell, on this side of the Mississippi, below the Mason-Dixon line, without distractions, distortions, lies, murmurings, downright treacherous activities, when possible, you can carry your butt back, not to Washington, but South Dakota, wherever it is you from, South Dakota, Montana, all that. You can carry that. Stop saying that because it's dumb. That's the second time he said that. I'm still hot. I'm still hot. I don't know. His tone was steady. He was signaling belief in his team, build to the rebound. Everybody can turn it around. Like I said, the thing is, are we in one of those cigarette boats? Or are we in an aircraft carrier, submarine, or a rowboat? Because you turn around a rowboat as many times you want to. When it runs to that cigarette boat, it's going to be a problem for the people in the rowboat. Now, people like, let's buy him out. He got to go. Because, it's, like I said, 10%. They wanted him to go as soon as he announced. Probably was up to 20% at the end of the year. And after this FSU loss, some people like 35% probably like, yeah, we can probably go get Brian time. Or we can go get Coach what's the other one? Somebody said they bring Reese back. I was like, Lord have mercy, Jesus. No. They mentioned John Gruden, who I got my own comments about. I don't know. Gruden, college, Tony Dungy, cleaning the kitchen, baking the cake. As Warren Sapp said, Gruden came in, put the icing on it. He can yell at kids, though. But if you want to do that, the boys' contract includes $70 million. What? Really, $69.3 million. But what's a couple of $100,000 between friends? $70 million bonus. It does go down to $60 million in December, and that would change the financial situation in the University of Alabama a whole lot. So you got to pony up if you want them gone. Say, we don't have no cakewalk ahead. The SC schedule is tough, but we got Tennessee, and really it's the home games. Based on that limited sample size of the FSU game, just go ahead on your calendar, just scratch out or put an L. I just prefer to scratch out. L just gets into my psyche. Just scratch through all the road games. Just scratch through them. Every quarterback's going to run, including the one at ULM. Going to run for his life. Sure will. But he might run to the end zone. He might keep running and run right to the end zone 2-3 times. On that defense, coached by Coach Kane. So they've told this man he got to deliver some results, not no promises. and restore confidence and meet the championship expectations. What we call the standard. Sorry, it's there. It's there. I mean, you remember the United States basketball team? I don't know. They won the Olympics since basketball was founded. They won the Olympics. Then Rudy T and then went on and lost to the Russians. And then that was like a hiccup. Like a hiccup. 9-3, that was a hiccup. Then they kept going and Kobe. And then somebody messed around and lost the gold medal. They said, no, it wasn't Kobe because they didn't have college players. Only had college players for a certain period of time. But when we start consistently losing that Olympics, they said, bring the pros. Now we're right back at the point where I saw the pros, not the top pros, they just lost international basketball competition. It is what it is. Certain sports in the Olympics, the United States cannot afford to lose. It's not worth paying for. Same thing here. I don't care. Yeah, Bear Bryant all the way up to Gene Stallings, 20 years. Yeah, things were cheaper then. From Gene Stallings to Nick Saban, things were still cheaper than they are today. Most expensive thing we had to do was get that coach to get yourself away from Miami Dolphins. But now, you got 125 kids. You got hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of talent and checks going out. It is too expensive for somebody to just lay back and be like, yeah, we're going to ride it down and we're going to build it back up the way we think it need to be. Now, if you're thinking you're going to build it back up into a Pac-12 competing team, you're going to be gone before you're going to be gone. I just asked, and they may get rid of the athletic director too. They got to blame somebody for this debacle. If it gets that bad, well, this man going to be gone in year 2, or I suggest at the beginning of year 3, unless you want to get rid of him before Georgia. They're going to take the AD's gone too. You Bird, salute to you, sir. You're out. This is a pivotal moment. The legacy demands excellence, and the boy has to know that. It's the kind of job you got to take. That's what some people say. You got to take this job. No, you don't. They ain't letting you take this job. You remember Rich Rod? They say, you want to take this job? I'm good. I'm going to go run my offense at Michigan. Didn't work. Okay, I'm going to go to Arizona with it. Didn't work. I'm going to lay low and end up in Jacksonville. Did better. I don't know where he is now, but he's probably doing better. You don't have to take these jobs. You got to ask somebody. I still don't know what happened in this game, man. Was it the execution of the Tide? That was sloppy. Confidence grew with Florida State. I don't know when they lacked confidence. FSU lacked confidence. The adjustments were too little, too late. These coaches keep skipping over the second quarter. It's driving me nuts. I have videos out here, folks, where I sit this time. I don't just post the comments and put stuff around. No, I'm sitting there. Every time they saying something that I don't understand, we already got DeBoer and Grubb, they disagreeing on why they stopped running the ball. But one thing is sure, on the offensive side of the ball, they go from the first quarter, we was running the ball, then we got late in the game, we was behind. Realized it was 14-7 at halftime. Got a 3 and out. Then you wanted to try to see if we can establish something. Nobody wants to talk about the second quarter. The plays they call in the second quarter, I think, is what did us in. Because the boys had too much vinegar in them. We got an identity crisis. Florida State exposed every defensive weakness we had. We know we was working on the offense with a new quarterback, but all the defensive weaknesses, all this hype around the team from them beat reporters and from everywhere else in these rankings, it was all hype. No heat. The mystique is faded off because the mystique faded off when Saban left the room. It was the GOAT, for Christ's sake. We tried to take this dude through the GOAT transition program. And what does he do? No, I'm about to go to bed, y'all. I don't know what he does. He told us we just don't want any distractions. Bro, the distractions inside your team. Stop your team from doing all this talking. I don't care about TikTok and stuff, but I will say this. After examining the TikToks of the Alabama football players, they're not coordinated, bro. Florida State's look better. Sorry. I marched at HBCU. I'm qualified to tell you, them boys stiff. They're stiff. Alabama played like they had something to protect, and then they lost on the way to the field. They got no swagger. Our swagger got picked coming out of the parking lot. I'm like, somebody, it's gone. I mean, told y'all to go to the film guide, check that stuff out. It's rated PG for pure D comedy. It's a comedy. When you look at the defense, it was a comedy show. Please go. I am not qualified to tell you how bad the defense was. That guy over there, that was his full-time job. He do a pretty good job. Film guy, go check him out. That film was bad. They said that even the all 22 film, I don't know where you get it from. They saying that thing has been viewed 4 million times. Probably high school coaches, college coaches, and professional coaches alike trying to figure out what not to do against elusive dual threat quarterbacks like Thomas Castellanos. And I will say this. Thomas Castellanos never had a lot of 252 yards rushing, something crazy like that. I was just thinking, Lord have mercy, what if he was fast as Mike Vick? I think Mike Vick would have had, just because of the nature of how we played defense, it was a lot of schematic errors or misunderstandings from the players. Mike Vick, as I remember that Florida State game they played at the end of that year, man, Mike Vick would have had 687 yards by himself against Alabama. Now, maybe Diego Pavia is more deceptive with pump faking the ball, or Jackson Arnold, who's already run. Now, think about it. Jackson Arnold got a hundo last year. Things were kind of together for the first half. The way this, like I said, just take your marker, scratch through all of the road games. Okay? I mean, all the adjustments on defense pre-snap was crazy. And we, going back to what AJ said, the receivers were running routes like they were just looking around sightseeing, like the red zone had some kind of doggone biohazard. We shouldn't get in there. Man, we was trying to protect ourselves. And we got bullied by a team that was 2-10 last year. Nobody expected us to win. You know what I'm saying? But if it turned to like a 17-24 loss, everybody like, Florida State, maybe they made some changes. No. The score, we're lucky the score was that close, in my opinion. I'm not a coach, but I can count. This is not the Bama standard. Guys got to step up. And, Mike Norvell said they wanted to be the aggressor. And, yes, they were. They were aggressive on offense, which I love, because we used to be like that. And we got all these buzzwords coming from Ryan Grubb, and from Coach Kane. All these buzzwords and these catchy coaches' statements, they don't mean nothing, but, Ryan Grubb told we got a little complacent. Got complacent. Ran the ball 12 times, taking the first quarter. Another 17 times for the whole game. And he got in the press conference. I'm dropping that video. I'm analyzing that tomorrow from the ULM press conference on Monday. Got in the press conference and said, we got to do, when you got a 9-minute drive going, you want to have things like that. I wish we could have stayed there. Like he had to call the president or somebody or the governor, call Governor Memo and be like, hey, Memo, can we go ahead and keep running the ball? Mr. President, just okay, we keep on running the ball. Then he doubled down later and said, I don't know why we got away from doing those things. The game got away from us, but you want to have your running backs to have more than 22 touches. I'm saying, who the hell is controlling that? Well, maybe they tried to call me and see if I wanted them to run the ball more, but it should have a green light for me. Anyway, got a mass unit building up here. Ryan Williams, you saw it, got a concussion late in the game. He's day-to-day, going to go through the protocol. He said he has returned to practice. He's coming along nicely, and hopefully he'll practice them routes. Practice them routes like a dog, like Jeremy Bernard. He run all the routes. He catch on most of them. Tim Smith, he has an unconfirmed injury, but, he's been hampered before. He played limited snaps during the game. We had London Simmons stepped up. I think he got 30. The freshman got 20 plays. He'll probably get more this weekend, but he's a 300-pound guy, highly touted. I think about IMG Academy, but he's highly touted. He is one of those linemen that you love to have. They're going to be monitoring Tim Smith's progress. He played, Tim Keenan. He's going to miss week 2 as well as he missed week 1. He had the tightrope surgery, I think. It's week to week. It's hopefully to return by week 3 versus Georgia. What we playing Georgia at? We playing Georgia at home? Where we playing Georgia? I just don't know about that. Of course, Jam Miller has a collarbone injury. They say he may be back. I don't know. I would just take a red shirt if I was him. May want to transfer. I don't know. I would take the red shirt because I would really look at the team situation before I say I am ready to play, or if you just want to take a red shirt and think about a decision for later, because this is ridiculous. Jamarion Lathan got a lower body injury, left the game against FSU. That's how they was hitting us, man. They was tearing us up. These ain't by mistake. Them boys is getting physical out there. He's day-to-day. Jamarion Lathan is day-to-day. He's been evaluated through the week. Isaiah Horton, he's expected to be a full go by end of the week. But what is going on in my house? First time I call my name, we calling my son's name. We get confused. Both of us got the same first name. Anyway, Isaiah Horton is expected to be go by the end of the week. And, of course, Jaden Roberts has a concussion. He missed a lot of fall camp, and he's cleared to play, but he was out of FSU as a precaution. He's expected to return this weekend. And the most devastating news we have is Jeremiah Beeman, one of our up-and-coming linemen. He has a lower body injury. Don't know exactly what it is, but he's a 6'4", 314-pound redshirt freshman, and he will be gone for the season, it's being reported. People like Edric Hill, Isaiah Faga, they got to step up. DeBoer emphasized the need for rapid development amongst young players. Freddie Roach, I think he's doing his thing, man. That scheme is crazy, though. I think he's doing, I think they got to be ready to go now. Like I heard, we was just doing Grub again, talking about, we had 3 on the left side of the line. We was doing good. On the left side of the line? Bro, what? Alabama used to be a kind of place where if we could play 10 linemen, we could play 10. If we had 10 on 10, yeah, we had 10 linemen, you do what you want to do on defense. We could do that. We definitely could do it with 5, sometimes a real strong 4. But you talking about he patting 3 on the back. I'm like, well, you got problems then, cuz. Oh, so much stuff. Yeah. So if you're down with this shiggity, they talking and you want get Coach DeBoer out of here, everybody got to pony up, man. It's going to be too expensive to get him out there. But I know it's pretty bad. Nick Saban, he rarely lost to an unranked team. I think it's 4 in 17 years. Maurice Carrette, I don't know why he's talking, but anyway, he said they should pay the $7 million. Now, if you do that, you automatically that puts you in the side. I won't say it's the side. Matter of fact, you're not even in the side seat. You're in that, what do you call that seat between the 2 people in the back? You got to sit in the middle. That's where Alabama will be sitting when it comes to Ohio State and many, many other teams if they gave up $7 million in the first year. But that don't mean you can't get one of these coordinators out of here, because boys thinking it up, man. Just thinking it up. We thought he was gonna make adjustments to the defense, and he's just thinking it up. If it's somebody that better, you gotta look at that. But John Gruden, he had hints that he was interested in coaching the SEC. So of course they say they could throw money at him. But if you throw $70 million this way, you're gonna have to throw $100 million that way, and that still got to get some players. I don't know. So, but Claret was right when he says, like, football makes money, but bad football makes sadness, so you got to fix it. But if you got fans, like anybody's trying to pull the jet, pull the escape cord, go ahead and pull the rip cord. You are free to move about the FBS. I don't care. I've been here through Perkins and Shula and Francione. Not say Francione, I mean really. Francione makes me gag. So I don't think we're gonna make no major moves, but if the boys was to lose this weekend, though, Ooh. I wonder if Greg Byrne was smart enough to get an insurance policy. Like, okay, paying this guy $70 million. If we have to pay him $60 million to get gone, and you can substantiate it some kind of way to the Lords of London, maybe they can say, oh, yeah, right, man, you had to let go of him, man. Something like that. I mean, accent was all over the place. I think I went from Canada to Australia to England, all in like a couple of words in my accent. But all in all, Bama paid for like a Ferrari. We paid like got a Ferrari, paid for a Ferrari when it comes to coaches, and the man is playing like he's driving a Dodge. With all due respect for the Dodge, got a Ford outside right now, but you don't pay as much for a Dodge and a Ford as you do for a Ferrari. I mean, at this point, we've been better off going to get them guys out of North Dakota State or even South Dakota State, because them guys are maniacs. The things they do at those schools, I don't even know if you can do them in Alabama, but that's what makes them tough. That's what makes them winners. Montana State too, I think. So, like I said, that pressure is up. It's massive. You got it ain't no hot seat. It's a nuclear seat. And I think against the Georgia game, or maybe against Wisconsin got to come to town. By the second quarter, people could be chanting, "We won't fill in the blank. We won't Coach Prime. We won't Gruden. We won't Kiffin." His name came up too. They said, get the Kiffer out of the Grove. Call him up. You better call him before Auburn do. You know how they do about their Grove now. You better call him. I'm not sure about Gruden. I still know what happened. I don't know about Gruden, but I don't know what happened at this game. But damn it, did we not want it as much? We up here talking this man buyout clause because of this crap. Do you need to pay Saban to come in and structure your team or pick through talent for you? He down there teaching, doing orientation at the university. Call him up. I mean, FSU just ran through. I mean, it ran through us like it was 07, 06, 05. Let's say 06 and 05. No, 06, 07. Yeah. We was letting a lot of stuff go, man. And the only thing our wide receivers were open to is like criticism. Except for Jeremy Bernard. He played like a beast. Got some people in the chat. Let's see. Ooh. Is that Fujikoda? The Fujioka. Roll Tide T-shirt. Roll Tide. Glad to have you. You ain't lying. We look real soft. We look baby doo-doo soft. I don't know if you have kids. You have little kids, every once in a while, they get the little stomach gets torn up, and you get this yellowy substance. It comes out looking like that not like icing, but that icing that I hate, the one that's made out of grease or something like that. It's real fluffy. Oh, one time my daughter and my son, I had to go down and just hose them off outside. That little substance, that right there, that's what we was like. Not the regular stuff. Real soft stuff. And it was bad when Paul Feinbaum and a lot of these people can call you soft. No one there don't want none of that smoke, but it ain't about that. It's about what they saw, man. People saw it. Alabama, FSU looking like a playoff team, I think, because we look so soft. Okay, to me, I think the Saban dynasty ends when he leaves the door, but there's still a legend of the Crimson Tide. That's still alive and well, but they're going to cover that over real quick, put it back in the closet. That's what this team is about to do. I mean, is it a West Coast thing? Saban's from up north, LSU. Do you have to be? Where was Urban Meyer from? He went to Florida. I mean, not Lincoln Riley. What's that? The dude out west, kind of Oklahoma, they were doing good at football. Pete Carroll was doing good at football on the West Coast. So I don't know. Could it just be this guy? They allow the quarterback to outplay our whole defense. Or maybe our defense is just some kind of rumor. But now it's time for a new NCAA comedy. You may have heard of the show. It's called As the Tide Turns. Oh, yeah. Players only meeting after the first game. Now, I thought you'd have more meetings than this by now, but they announced, somebody leaked it, after one freaking game, there was a players only meeting. That means that team is already in crisis mode. Reportedly, allegedly, a third of the team did not even show up. Maybe they were just still emotionally recovering from like warming up and everything before the game and not playing or something. Maybe the people that have played, need to go. Coaches are preaching, just go have fun like it's a youth soccer league. I heard, I just want the guys to go out and have fun and just have fun doing what you're doing. Woo! Coach Bush had a challenge. Say, you think football's fun? You think it's fun? No, I don't. Huh? Well, speak up. Now you're stubborn. Is it fun? Coach Boone said, I'm going to tell you how much fun you're going to have this year. I'm not saying it's not fun, but it's a different kind of fun. It's almost one of them funs that certain people like to go pay for. That type of fun. I don't want to be down with none of this stuff. But folks get strapped up and they leather and you got chains and clips. It's that kind of football to me, especially at this age, is that kind of fun. So just say, have fun, like you're playing the church league softball. I don't get it. He said, don't overthink it, just ball out. Now, if that came from Coach Prime, it'll be all over ESPN. If Coach Prime said, don't overthink it, baby, just ball out. And don't put no context to it, like, what does that mean? They be killing Coach Prime right now. But it seems like we said, don't overthink it, just ball out. It's like translate, like, we don't know what we're doing, but we just vibing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, many people said that Coach Saban, worked his butt out. He was butt off. He was relentless. I remember this coach that quit. He said, they won that first championship. He said, that was fun getting that championship, but life is about more than that. I ain't heard nothing from that guy. That guy got away from Coach Saban. He didn't want to do all that. Then there was some people told me to my very handsome face, they have told me that, Saban just roll out of bed, throw the ball out there because he got all them 4 and 5 stars. He ain't got to coach them boys. They just out there doing it on their own. They just roll the ball. Because, I'm like, I just wonder, though, if I knew him personally, would Kalen be one of them people to come up to me, or Coach Kalen? Coach Kalen come to me and say, man, Saban, he got an easy job with all them 4s and 5s out there. That's how he acting. He coaches like he's amongst the ladder that believes that, this job ain't nothing, man. You got them 4s and 5s, baby. You just give them the playbook and let them just go play. That's a lie. Boys don't have no accountability. Defensive coordinator K. Womack said his players were scared to mess up. Scared of who? Who they scared of? Should have been scared of FSU embarrassing them. So instead of just messing up aggressively, Red Morgan made all these crazy. He was out there trying to ball, though. He was taking chances. He was messing up. I didn't see that. Instead of being like aggressive in your mistakes, these people out here just stood around, like politely, like, pardon me, do you have any grape poupon? It was like, Josh Quavas, who I wanted to have a bigger role in the game by catching the ball, he caught it at halftime, but the other times hurt because that's a quarterback's security blanket, the good tight end. He said there's no reason to call out a lack of effort because apparently, that's what he says, no reason to call out a lack of effort. It's almost like maybe because is it optional at University of Alabama to play with effort? Is it an optional thing? Like we was out there doing some kind of cosplaying, like, we had a big family Thanksgiving. They're like, oh, we got to play the family football game. And grandma come out there and she got a football uniform on. And the people from local high school, they just come out there and start just running grandmama over. It's a veteran defense. And they playing like they was, I don't know, that they got a game plan off of MySpace or something. I use MySpace because it's like it was old, it was outdated, and it's one of these video games that I got up in my attic somewhere. It's just ridiculous, man. The whole thing. Coaches, they're saying they're making changes. You know, I don't. They needed. I don't know. It's crazy. But Cuevas said the practices have been Cuevas. I keep saying Cuevas. Josh Cuevas is his name. They said the practices have been detail oriented. The coaches are frustrated. They should be constipated too because they've been swallowing a lot of bull crap around here. But no word on whether their frustration is going to fix anything. No word on that. The vibe, they say, is like passive aggressive, sighing, and inspirational quotes taped to the lockers, telling you, this man may sink this ship under 500. Just based off the sample size of data that we have right now, I got to go back to the schedule. I started doing it, then I vomited, and I just went on to something else. Alabama still in the rankings. Woo! The lowest one ever after a one-game collapse. FSU debut, they butted after beating us. They're on the fast track to being relevant again. We got, the team is like got a bunch of confused defenders. We got motivational posters. We got vibe. You think Coach DeBoer is one of them flower children or something? Like, peace, man. Let love. You think, I don't know, because he played pretty rough when he was playing. I don't know. But, everybody's confused, but all of my balls are not only on Tuscaloosa or in Tuscaloosa, but they are burning holes through everything. And I just thought these guys knew football and learned the SEC last year. Grubb is new to it, but it's obviously many of them didn't know that. I mean, they didn't know that who Gus Malzahn was and what he could do. You should have a whole chest until that man retires. You should have a whole file cabinet just full of his plays. He said we practiced against. They said they were not surprised. Kalen DeBoer, no one Kalen DeBoer. One of them three said they were not surprised by anything they saw the other day. Raise your hands, put it in the chat if you were surprised by something you saw on Saturday. And I don't think it was the plays. Yeah, Gus always doing the bigger. But I was surprised at how we responded to this mess. Man, Caitlin better fix it. You better, because it gotta go. I'm not gonna say it, but I'm almost calling upon the fans. He can't get out of here with no $60 million. He put pressure on that man to step down and go away. Forget that. He might want an AU job. Yeah, it's less pressure over there right now. But they riding high. They toilet paper the place up. Hey, the tree can't take it. They took out Bailey, y'all. Anyway, Alabama's tackling was that optional. FSU transfers. Their transfers like All-Americans. Courtney Morgan. I was a little confused, or they were stuck to the bench. Courtney Morgan. That's a you thing. Now, this just ain't it, man. Playoff hopes. Can we even talk about playoffs? Can we even? It's me. Can we talk about playoffs? Even though it's like 11 games ago, can we? I'm laying off for the playoffs to after Georgia because I'm sorry, y'all, but you got to beat Georgia to kind of make people think you're going to the playoffs, or at least lose a close one, and you still got some more buzzsaws you looking at. I mean, we got out schemed, we got out hustled, we got out hit. Bray Edwards should be sent back to Mobile. Just say, I don't care. Bray, whatever his name is, the safety, number 18. Thomas Castellanos, we had no discipline. We got humiliated. The whole defensive staff, somebody said, make Coach Freddie Roach the defensive coordinator because maybe he understands what Saban may do and he can get down the way he want to get down. I don't know. But somebody may have to blow out of there. Or either the guy, not Gilchrist, the DB coach.
But I don't feel good about it either because he had to be the one to make that decision to put the freshman out there. So they were so cool. Everybody was on board with it. All the coaches was on board with it. Oh, yeah, he making some playing time. Man, we call freshmen crabs at my school. That crab got fried. Y'all ever had fried crab? in the soft shell? He got fried up, man. The offensive line, man. Early on, they got it together, but early on, it was like, I don't even want to hear nothing about Ty, though, because who did anybody expect to play poorly? Ty Simpson. Or he played average. No turnovers. When he did got sacked 3 times. When he did get hit, he did not fumble the ball. And what can you ask? Yeah. That means he didn't go all the way in. No. Hit that. No, don't hit it like Saban because you may break your computer or your phone or your device. But, man, we got manhandled on short yardage. On both sides of the ball. Linebackers out of position. Secondary. I just got a list of stuff I'm looking at. I mean, you got aunties and grandmamas saying, man, what kind of defense was that? And they saying it aggressively, like they about to grab somebody's face mask and pull them in. Serious, go out there on Twitter. There people talking. It's crazy. I said Bray Hubbard. Bray Hubbard needs to go home, spend time without the Tide, then come back. I don't know what was going on, man. I don't know his activities, but I just take it. When last time I knew of somebody who dragged themselves across a field like that, somebody not named Bray Hubbard dragged themselves across a college football field like that, they had been drinking the night before all night long. And there are rumors that these guys was ordering DoorDash 1 o'clock, 1:30 in the morning, probably like they always do. I don't know. I'm just saying, Bray Hubbard was playing like, I got to throw up. Because it didn't make no sense. It was unusual. It was odd. It was strange. It's almost like watching a running lot run up and just start ankle tackling somebody. Or not even ankle, just reaching their ankles and they don't go down. That's not how running lot play. Just weird. It's like Jerry Rice just playing and Montana's hitting the spot, and every time he throw it, like Jerry Rice is like 7 to 9 yards away from the spot. That's the kind of game it was. I ain't trying to be funny. Bray Hubbard's one of the hardest hustling people out there. I don't know what went on. They ain't never gonna tell me, and they'll come up on somebody's ticket to top 12 years from now. He'd be like, he be in the NFL laughing. We really got it going that night. What's behind me? Stuff falling down? What is it? See what you're doing, Caitlin? You got stuff falling down in my house. And they even saying like during the game, they had a clip during the game when FSU was taking a knee. I saw the clip. I just couldn't confirm that it was actually at the kneel down. The defensive lineman on that, they were giggling. They were giggling. Now what they saying, like, man, I got an A on that test. Oh, for real, man? Congratulations. They kind of bumped each other and everything, but for this team, I remember when McCarron got into it with his son. I can't think of his name right now. They had won the game like 43-14. McCarron got hot over the fact that something was not up to the standard. These dudes on the field, and they saying like everybody was in the locker room like chilling, like it is different when you're in the NFL. You lose in the NFL, it's a somber moment. But the people that's making real money and they sitting close together, they got a different attitude than the people that may not be on a squad next week. And we got too many people that's making a lot of money for their age that may not appreciate it. See, I'm all for giving you the money. Oh, yeah, you heard it. Yeah, high school, you went to them camps. Yeah, you didn't go to the camp trip. You couldn't be a Boy Scout. You did it. You owed the money. But I'm telling you right now, just start snatching. Yeah, snatching. oh yeah, he's gonna lose his NIL. Well, he can't do that. Can't pay for play. Oh no, we kicked him off the team. Yeah, he can go any way he wants to right now. What do we sign? We sign. Where you want to go? Michigan, Ole Miss. Somebody got to start getting real with these folks. This ain't never gonna change. And then you look at all the TikToks. Like I said, they don't look all that hot. It's just unexpired. I mean, they even made Mark Ingram come out on his show, the Triple Option Podcast. He said we were not disciplined. We're soft. And, you know, we don't have great effort. And he knows all about effort. You know what I'm saying? He called it lack of pursuit, poor tackling. The run game was more of a theory than a function. Yeah, because it was there for the first. I don't know why they stopped. They ran 3 backs in the first quarter. And just went away from in the rain. Let's not forget about the rain. Scoreboards, you know, we ended up 4-12 or 4-8. At the end of the year, the scorecard won't tell us about the rain. We up here throwing the ball in the rain. Hey man, I'm telling you, Grubb just got here. He probably don't own a house yet, but Omac, he's gotten he's earned a transitional life transforming type of salary, man. We just look like a team. Alabama, little joke, but you know, they like a team that like they skip Mondays when they're working out, they skip Mondays and they don't go to leg day. And they just forgot what football was on that day. Can that be changed? Hey, they turn around. Hey, they turn around. What do you call those? Those oil tankers, those big freight line ships. They turn them around every day. You know, right in the dock. They turn them around. Maybe use tugboat action. You can turn anything around, right? But right now, no running game, no run defense equals no chance. None. Just ridiculous. Ingram pointed out that the Tide couldn't run the ball or stop the run. Just 2 little amount of details of the game, by the way. 2. I tell my son all the time, like a high school football team, the playoff teams can run when they want to run, and they can stop the run. It's half the battle in high school. I'm not a genius. I just see it. You know, when you watch a Larry Ware run 4 touchdowns in 1 quarter, you watch Fred Beasley just go to Robert E. Lee High School and just run through people like they Swiss cheese, like they literally invite them. It's it. Now, all the passing game stuff, yeah, people passing around. They got people going to multi-$1,000 camps and stuff. But in high school football, you can have somebody passing the ball, I don't know, 300 yards a game. If you can get your hand on the ball. If you got 6'4", 6'5" receivers in high school, a bunch of Randy Moss lookalikes going down there. But if I can stop you running the ball efficiently, like with 6 people, I double team one of them guys. Make it kind of hard for your big-time arm quarterback. Everybody can't come out and play that tough high school football like Arch Manning. That's a joke. I was saying a rim shot right there. Fun fact. Somebody did a search on when was the last private school 2A, last 5-star that came from a 2A, a quarterback. It was Terrell Pryor, Ohio State. When you have a chance to get away from all this Alabama stuff, go look at the high school tape of Terrell Pryor and go look at the tape of Arch Manning. It's night and day. Like Saban and DeBoer. Anyway, legends, like I said, he told that dude, AJ McCarron is into it. Kirk Herbstreit, I rarely quote him, but he said he couldn't decide. He couldn't decide. This is embarrassing. That's why I'm saying it. He couldn't decide if FSU looked good or if Alabama looked terrible. He said it was a toss-up. I mean, it could have been like, oh my God, I don't know. It's a toss-up. Stephen A. saying things that may place his life in danger in the South. And I would not repeat the things he said here because he don't matter now. Cam Newton was just clowning. He was just clowning, man. He just clowned. He was clowning. Cam Newton's clowning. He can clown now because, like I said, Auburn is in that catbird seat, the catbird seat in their minds because they took out the mighty Baylor. It's me says, and what's up, Ryan playing? Yeah, I was scared. Hey, I was scared to do that too, but he signed up to be out there and he took the check. So it looked like he was having difficulties for the day and tomorrow, to quote a great American. And I saw a lot of that fumbleoso out there. You know how you air fumble? You just the ball is doing this on top of your fingertips when you're supposed to be a guy that catches it. Somebody be on the inside. I don't think he needed to live in there, but then he eventually got hurt. You know, and the truth be told, like Ingram says, these are the same issues that kept us out of the CFP last year. The exact same issues that kept us out last year. It's just alarming. It needs to be fixed. You know, watching a rerun of a bad sitcom is like it's just like watching a bad show. Like, yeah, I don't know. What was a show that I didn't think that was that great? Cagney and Lacey. Messing around, you're sitting there one day and you just don't feel like moving or getting remote control or going to turn TV back in the day. And you sit there and you're watching Cagney and Lacey and like, hey, this is horrible. What? Did she just throw that man over that car? What is this going on? And then one day, 2-3 years later, you at somebody's house and you can't turn TV. And they got the same episode of Cagney and Lacey is on. It makes you just sick to your stomach. I don't know if it's happened to you, but it's happened to me. Now, the competitive character of the team is definitely under fire. Analysts are questioning the identity, the intensity, and the ability to respond to adversity. That's what we don't know if we can do. We know we don't have no intensity. We've lost our identity. Can they respond to adversity? The phrase fundamental competitive character was used a couple times referring to Alabama. And that's basically translated, do they even care? Mama's taken care of, daddy got a new truck, whatever. This is not a wake-up call. This is like a full-fledged siren. Because everybody knows that some SEC teams have gotten better. Even Mississippi State. And you know one thing about us, folks, Tide Nation, we're going to be restless. We're going to question the team toughness. They're going to be 80-year-old grandmas and stuff, and 95-year-old papa's going to be looking over there as they're coming down through, coming down to the field, be like, you got your hand on today, boy? And it won't be boy in the boy way. It's a boy way because I'm 95 years old and you 18, 19, 20 years old. That kind of boy way. The only one I respect. 90-something-year-old man call me boy. I mean, I'm like, yeah, I take that at this age. But they're going to be asking real questions. And we got to turn the fire up on these guys. It's up to the Crimson Tide to make the critics, if you're going to call me a critic, or the real critics, the professional critics, to shut them up. All you got to do is win. Trade the softness in for the swagger. Get the swagger back. Go fast. Don't wait around. Go out to the ULM. Ain't no need to break them down too much. Go to ULM and destroy them. Destroy them. I mean, destroy them. Make them people not only not want to play you again, but, unfortunate things happen. They might not be able to play anybody for a couple of weeks. That's Alabama I know of. That's what it's like watching NASCAR sometimes. But it's actually human beings that's having them big accidents. But, we go out there, look the same, do the same stuff. Got, Ty Simpson throwing the ghosts and stuff. And maybe he gets to the point where he gets inaccurate and start hitting the doggone Gatorade cooler. O-lines think that, maybe it's just blocking is optional, as Caden Proctor did. Getting beat by somebody that played D2 ball last year. Yeah, one time is too many, big guy. Special teams may turn into some kind of special needs situation where the punter may just punt the ball backwards. We don't know what to expect. And I told y'all, special teams will cost us a game this year. I know that. If you probably saw some of that. Or they keep throwing to Jeremy Bernard and Grubb all over to me. Jeremy Bernard and Grubb keeps throwing to Jeremy Bernard and Ryan Williams all over again. Because I thought that was a Jalen Milroe. They stopped doing that. Jalen Milroe needs to stop doing that. You got a room full of receivers. Telling you want to empty it out? Keep going. You can empty it out. And just to let y'all know, if we go play offense like that, if we're going to over pursue the quarterback, they call it, meaning that everybody all the linemen, all the 4 people at the line, they just run 5 yards as fast as they can. And the Warhawks just let them go. They have a quarterback that can run. He can pick up 150 just like old boy did. And then they got a running back. Braylon McReynolds is his name. He can run for 200 if you let him. By halftime, the way we was looking. Shouldn't. I'm just saying, these are things that can happen. You tell me, if you know what's going to happen Saturday, tell me, because I don't know. I don't know. Them people went out there the other day, man. What did he throw for it? I think they threw the ball. FSU threw the ball 14 times. This man at ULM, maybe he threw the ball 95 yards and somehow ended up winning. Aiden Armetta, that's his name. Quarterback down there at ULM. Maybe our DBs over there cropping their hairdos and working on their tickety tops. I seen them. They trash anyway. I can get a bunch of old men around this neighborhood and come up with better dances than that. And it will be, it looked like everybody got some kind of rhythm. It's kind of embarrassing, to be honest. FSU's versus Alabama's. They may let somebody live in the backfield again, just run tie around. Because they do have a first team all Sun Belt player. Now, all of Florida State had one all ACC person, and he was on the line. Did you see the pressure they put on us? They have one, they have a person that's first team all Sun Belt, and they may just sick him on Simpson and end up with another, maybe six sacks. Maybe they'll take them for granted. Anything is up. Anything can go to tomorrow on Saturday. They may just have people blitzing just all day long. Like, ain't gonna throw, but 2 people gonna double. Ryan, just gonna double one. We're gonna shadow the other, and we ain't gotta worry the rest of the receivers because they're not even gonna throw to them. I'm telling you, it's a design thing. It wasn't just Milroe. I thought it was Milroe. Why Milroe? Why he always trying to force it in? Why is he forcing it in? Why is he forcing it in? Milroe need to learn how to read the defense and not stop trying to force it in. The man was a better player under Saban. Got him around with these jokers, and that's when things went backwards. If Saban stayed one more year, he might have won the Heisman Trophy. If he just did a 10% better than he did the year before. But he moved, I don't know. I just know that Ty Simpson's doing the same thing. Better looking passes. Maybe the pocket is still debatable whether it's going to be there or not. Passes going to the same 2 people. If I know that, the numbers say that, guess who else know it? The other 11 teams that we playing. Some of them that got better doggone DBs than we got wide receivers. It's me says, what we're going to do. I don't know what we're going to do, but I know what might happen. We missed tackles like crazy, bad angles. We was running like, my man Bray was running. Remind me of like the ice cream truck coming. You see a little kid from behind the ice cream truck. That's how Bray was running on the field. And he wasn't the only one. He was just the most pronounced one. He looked like little kids, even myself at age 30, running behind Miss Ice Cream Man. Miss Ice, I got my money. My mama gave me some money ice cream. That's how he was running. He was a casual child. At the highest level of football, man. Like I said, those plays, no matter what, 11-1, national champion, 2 years in a row. When that dude goes to the combine, them plays coming up, sir. were you sick, injured? He better go that route. Yeah, I ate a fajita and I kind of forgot her that I had to play. Fajitas messed my stomach up. As you see, I ran the 4-4 outside, so I'm good to go. No, but this play here, you didn't get the outside. You didn't take take it on the block from the outside, so you lost leverage and they ran up the sideline like it was a blade at like a little zipper at a strip club that just went straight up the. I mean, just like, what are you doing? And maybe the Warhawks can just kill all that for just convert every fourth down, never have to give us the ball back. Which would make sense because that would give this defense, this rendition of the University of Alabama Crimson defense, that would if they just let them get the first down, that would give our defense time to rest for the next first down. Using the logic that I saw Saturday. But I know trick plays, I'm telling you, everybody is going to have double reverses and flea flickers and all kind of stuff just to leave our doggone safeties just spinning in our outside line, just spinning like tops. Not even know it. Every school we play is going to have 10 Gus plays added to their repertoire by the time they play us. They're not going to use them against nobody but us. Because until we have the discipline to read those things out and destroy them, I'm not just talking about the jet sweeps. We used to be excellent with the jet sweeps. I'm not talking about just the jet sweeps, the other ones, and even the doggone plays that Gus didn't run. They're going to go get the Auburn plays. Everybody's going to have 10 in the bag waiting on the University of Alabama, especially ULM. So I don't know what's going to happen. And then, Jerry Bernard may go ball out again. 146 yards, and everybody else got nothing. Everybody got nothing. They just got their hands in their pockets. They're back there playing, hot potato with the football. Like, I don't want, that's too hot for my fingers, just like It's Me just said. They just left us in the dust, y'all. I ain't never seen it like that in a while. I mean, it was always some fight in this team. It was always fight. There was some fight. Francione, that defense is to fight. The defense is to fight. Offense is always perplexing, trying to throw the ball too dang much. Dubose took some. We just wasn't that talented. We're not talented at all, but it's been a while since I've seen one of these. This is a real stinker. Kind of stinker that just don't go away. I mean, these guys, man, the receivers, I don't know if everybody had it, but y'all seen the little bear? Now, I am a fan of Prince Rogers Nelson. I like Prince. Prince has a place in my life, no matter what people thought of him, high heels, whatever, with a jumper. High heel boots with a jump shot. That's Prince, whatever. Not going to fuss nobody about what they think about Prince. Fingernail polish, whatever. This man, he just took it up a notch, man. This is my first time seeing the actual photo. I don't know if I heard of it last year. He was walking into the stadium with a stuffed bear. I don't know if it's a comfort bear. I guess he's selling it, or if he has emotional issues. He's walking into it. He can have a comfort bear on the stage, stand, whatever. You can have all that. The bear, does he have to bring that out to the football game? If he'd have gave it to one of the kids that was, had an ailment or something, that would have been, man, very special. But seeing that man walk in with that bear and walk out with a concussion, that was something else, man. This game's so crazy. We may just see they may muff a punt or something and end up kicking a field goal. I don't know. I don't know how we when you like this, you can lose in any way imaginable. You saw Vandy, any way imaginable. Oh my God, Diego Pavia. I thought he was kind of just a scrappy little player. No, he destroyed Alabama. Jackson Arnold can't throw. Yeah, but his legs work really good. His legs work really good. Anything's possible. Our defensive line was getting pancaked by JUCO people. What is that about? We got pancaked by JUCO people, but in this game, you're going to see some JUCO transfers out there. they're probably gonna do that deal to some of these younger linemen we got, because they don't have leverage, they don't know what they're doing, or they're out of position, or they're attacking wrong, or they mix up. Like one play I saw where the defensive tackle, the nose guard, and the middle linebacker went straight at the center. It was like, I mean, I don't know if y'all seen the movie E.T. when he finally went home and that door opened up and little old E.T. went to that side of that ship. That's what Castellanos looking like going through one of them, or two of them. Oh, he had two options. He could have went to this ship or that ship. The A and B gap combined because there were 4 people in front of him. His center, 3 Alabama players. Go watch it. Go to the Film Guys channel. You think I'm lying. You think I'm making things up. We had a schematic problem. We was doing crazy stuff. I mean, I know Gus wants to. But when Gus put 7 guys on this side over here, well, really like 6 guys on this side, when they shift late in the play clock, and there's 6 people over there, why is our defense like nobody on defense moves? Nobody, because he gonna come back, but nobody moves. So what do we end up with? 6 on 4 for the next 5 to 6 yards. Man breaks contain. He almost going to the house. Where they do that at? I mean, I ain't played Madden in a long time, but when I see something like that, I take control of somebody and move them out. The defensive line, the defensive linemen, they can't even shift out. Nobody's directing that. We got out schemed, man. I think on defense, I swear, Grub had to be using like Madden. I'm talking old Madden. I'm talking about Sega Genesis Madden. Man, y'all don't even know what that is. He was running double tight ends, HB tosses, and pistol formation. I mean, I don't know. He was doing stuff, man. And he still was throwing. It's just crazy. We're just vulnerable. We're vulnerable, and it's in here. It's in here. That's why I'm wearing my heart hat, because maybe it's going to affect all Alabama fans. Whatever happened, I think it was in here. It was in here, and it was in the minds of these people. Now, you'll hear this when you watch the videos I'm dropped, or one I dropped on the on coaches and the coordinators just going to their press conference. They start talking about the iPad, like they ask Kevin the boy, who's going to be in the booth? Who's going to be there? How can you see? I can see because I got my iPad. Everybody got an iPad. We can see we watch the play, not immediately, but we can see what's going on. Hey, man. Even Kane Womack talked about iPad. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. iPad is kind of like after the play, after the defense comes off, maybe Kane Womack can, after the offense come off, why is the head coach grabbing the iPad? Boy, hey, man, it's 3 phases of the game. You want to watch all of them. You need to trust your ears. Let them tell you, decipher what you're seeing or ain't seeing. Because either they know or they don't know. And I'm telling you, I think that's the problem. Not the company, iPad, Apple. I'm not an Apple person. I do not belong to a cult. I'm not an Apple person, but I'm saying that whole technology in the hands of the court. I don't think the coordinators, head coach, and maybe a couple position coach, they need to be talking to your players. Let somebody get in your ear and let them tell you what you see, what they see. Trust them. Put them up there, wherever. Let them get. You need to pull Bray out the game because he on that bulls. He on that BS today. But you gotta get on. You gonna get on the iPad a quarter later at halftime? You need to be talking to the team, talking to the coaches. Somebody need to be fine. You on the iPad? Oh, I'm glad you got an iPad. Did you have an iPad last year? Because if you didn't have an iPad last year and you got an iPad this, you can throw that something in the trash can. I'm gonna go to the chat before I get out of here. Golly. I don't know what we're gonna do, man. 2 men in the truck full blowing up with Caitlin there. Hey, man. I don't know if you heard my fourth quarter. No, what was that? Yeah. It was the post game. No, I don't know what show that was. I went through. I provided a bunch of options to anybody in Tuscaloosa County who needs to move. Anybody that had most of the people I referred had a 4, it's a 4.0 score, except one company, because there's a position coaches that may have a lot of money to throw around. They may want to call those guys and come get them. But I suggested a lot of movers, and I think 2 Men in Truck was one of them. So thank you for reminding me. There are moving services available. William says maybe the D line is just hitting the wrong gaps. I'm hoping that's the problem. I'm telling you, it was the over. Some people you have to collapse the pocket on. You just can't pass rush them like the guy. It was a guy played at Georgia, just won a Super Bowl. He's a quarterback for the Rams. With him, you can go and rush him. He ain't running nowhere. You can rush him, do your LT, do your spin moves, or whatever you're gonna do, rush him. But you can't do Michael Vick like that. Michael Vick will put 200 up on you, and that's exactly what they did. They over pursued. Please go the film guy. Nick tried to tell me his name. I forget his name because I don't watch the show that much. But after this game, I went straight to his channel. When it popped up on my YouTube, I said, I'm watching that. And after 15 minutes, I was crying. And I came back and finished the rest of it. There was one play, I promise you, Castellanos gets the ball like in the shotgun. And they showed it from the sideline view. It was 3 linemen had already rushed right past him. Normal quarterback, he had him dead to rights. The center and guard had somebody pin up, and he was working his way back. And maybe he was doing contain. I don't know. Maybe he was just occupying them. This whole side of the field is wide open. 2 linemen here, 1 Bandit, a Husky, or Quay Russo was here getting it. Now, I think Quay Russo is supposed to come swing wide all the time. But that's a fundamental. They do that, that's a fundamental. It's soccer. I tell my people, hey, stay in front of them. You're no good to anybody behind them because we don't even allow slide tackles out here if they catch us. Look at this. Come on, man. But, yeah, PhD in the house. Once again, happy to see you on. Du Bois, Grubb, Womack, and players better understand that even if they win this weekend, they are still on my list. I wish I had a bomb to drop on that one, but she just dropped a bomb. PhD just dropped a bomb right there. She is serious about – I'm just tell you. I know she teaches classes somewhere. Them students, forget extra assignments. You're going to get it. You're going to get what you earn. Ain't no niceties this year. That day is over. I hope you're, yeah, man. I hope, but you go watch the film. It was a schematic problem. And I don't think Freddie Roach calls schematics. That's a Womack thing. It's a co-defense coordinator too. So maybe they can share it. Go watch it. Go watch the film. He just did the defensive side. I already know what's wrong with defense. They ran the ball 2 more times. I mean, not enough. Especially in the second quarter, which when you listen to their ULM press conference that happened Monday, I'll be dropping my assessments tomorrow and Saturday morning. They don't want to talk about the second quarter at all. They tried to take off on them in the second quarter. We're gonna kill them with this pass. Nope. Drain it. PhD says Du Bois was never my choice at coach at my alma mater. He is built for Bama and the SEC. He is probably saying he is not. You got an F on that. No, I know she's gonna be grading them hard. Roll Tide BT. Oh man, what's going on? Gotta hook up with you. Write that down. I'm hooking up with all Bama fans I can get down and have a conversation with right here around the herd. Cause I'm just saying, man, this is crazy. It's crazy. Roll Tide BT Sports. William says, right, exactly. D-line is confused out there. Yeah, well, it's not just them because he told them, you got to trust your eyes when it comes to Gus. This stuff they say you got to train your eyes. You got to eye discipline. That's the word they use. Watch the film. They do it. I think they had eye discipline to a fault because a lot of times it looked like one of them drills I record and film and show. It's like they're running like this in place to run it, the linebackers, and then they break to the ball. Problem is when you got to be some law of physics, something that I can't explain, or a law of gravity. When you chop it up in one place, and that person's already moving like straightforward, either direction, you kind of lose your angle. It's like, I know you got to read and react a lot. That's how Gus would take out Saban a lot of time because they were aggressive defense. But when you go back and look at it, I don't know. You got to have a balance. Or you got to say, yeah, we're going to try this read and react thing real quick, or we're going to read and make sure we find the ball and all this stuff. But after the first quarter, if you're not finding the ball, you got to start headhunting. You hit him, you going to hit him. You hit, hey, you, boy, wake up. Safety, hey, you go to the bench. Coach, get him out of here, put Red in the game. We're gonna hit everybody. You gotta hit the tackle. You gotta keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them so they don't want to run the ball no more. Or they ain't got nobody left to run the ball for that game. Because this 5 yards, 4 yards, 7, 40, whatever. Sorry, multitasking. He is not built for Alabama and the SEC. Yeah, we knew where he was going. But let me run. Oh, I got to catch up with the JV team and see what's going on out there. The parents not going. We may allow taking the L's for the LJV team, but we don't deal with no quiet coaches, and no loafing is allowed on that sideline or on the field. We don't play that. So I'm gonna get out of here. Don't forget to give a brother a pound and hit that subscribe button and hit that notification button so you'll know when I drop these videos. We're on a race to 10,000 subscribers. Tell your friends you can find me right here on YouTube and Facebook, Tight Sports, and sometime I'm out there on the Badlands, known as Twitter or better known as X. Yeah. Shout out to Be Sharpshooters Podcast, Kangaroo Black, Bama Mode, The Long Run with Piano Man, Rags and Fitness. I want to say roll tide to all you gentlemen. Thank you for making Alabama great always. In our hearts, there's nowhere else. Because there really is nowhere else right now. And peace to the brothers at Auburn Addicts Water Cooler Podcast. Bubba and the old man. It's SEC season with my man Tez. I'm about to go and check him out right now. 7 o'clock almost. I don't know, 7 o'clock Central Eastern. Dustin, that's my boy over there at Up-Tempo Podcast, coming straight out of Florida, Bay Area. The Huggy Beard himself, Vandy Chris at the Golden Broom Podcast, who has been proven absolutely correct about Ryan Williams, because now Vandy Chris and AJ McCarron have found serious fault with the football play of Ryan Williams. That is crazy. Let's see. Thank you, William, for joining. Tell your friends about me. Send it all over the world. Everybody loves the Tide. But about those guys that just came, that I talked about, from Vandy Chris all the way back up to Auburn Addicts, they are a fine group of Tide, Crimson Tide, hating and doubting Americans. With that, we'll see you next Tuesday. No, I think I'll see you in the fourth. I don't know if I'll see you the fourth quarter. 5 minutes left in the third quarter, something like that. Between the third and the beginning of the fourth quarter of the ULM game is when I'm going to come in here. And I don't know, like, if we beat them by less than, what's a good number? Real quick, throw it in the chat. What's a good number to win by? What's a good number to win by? What would make you think, like, okay, that was fluky-ish. What happened? It was a loss. It was a beatdown. But what number would make you say, I don't think 35-0 does it. I'm looking for one of them old Tom Osborne, Nebraska ass kickings. I'm talking about where the station was WSFA. You sitting there and waiting for the scores to come by, and you look at me like Tom, like Nebraska beat the golly 83-6. Where did 6 come from? I'm talking about that. Throw it in the chat. Let me know what'll be a good score, real quick. Greater than 20. I don't know, man. ULM now. ULM. I think they're at the bottom of their conference heading into the season. They're at the bottom of their conference. I don't know. But just drop in the chat, put it in the comments. I'll look at it later. But with that, just remember to check us out after the fourth quarter, like around 5 minutes left. BT Sports says 21. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit overzealous with my whole thing, but I don't get it, man. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and rehydrate, go outside and kick my neighbors. Can't say the rest of it because you get banned. Because I'm still hyped about this game, man. I'm still hyped. I mean, if we don't win by 40, I got problems. Because I'm gonna be able to see it. This man grew up talking about we got the left side of the line, did a good job. What do they do that at? When people are over the age of 15 years old, you stop talking like that. The left side of the line did good. There's 5 people on the line. There's a left, right side, and there's a middle, sir. They could be more experienced. We more effectively ran over the left side of the line. You can say that. So you saying you got trash on the other side of the University of Alabama because there was some years when we give it to you. I don't care what size you're dealing with. We're going to give it to you. We're going to give it to you raw, too, in your mouth. Yeah, 45. If it ain't 40, hey, what did MC Light say? Like, if it ain't rough, it ain't right. And if it ain't rough, then it's all wrong for the light. If it ain't 40, I ain't playing, shorty. I'm still going to be on his head. Woo, let me calm down. I got to eat. Something. I'm feeling faint. I think I'm so upset. Golly. But love you all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And we cannot forget. Always remember, Jesus. Roll, Tide, roll.